Good morning, guys. Hello. It is 7 a.m. here in Phoenix, Arizona, where I am located. I thought I would say hello and we could talk a little bit about how I sort of gear up for the week and get all of the things done I need to get done, especially this time of year in the summer when my son is home from school and there's just a ton going on to pull my attention away. So as you're joining, be sure to, yes, thank you for the hearts, yay! Be sure to let me know where in the world you are. Hello, Girl Budget Life. Hello, Azoto Misu. I apologize for totally mispronouncing that. Rhode Island, very cool. So if you want to let me know where you're from and hello. And also, how many of you guys are business owners that are watching right now? Because I see some new names in here. So I just want to check it out. I do have some big goals for this week. Big goals. I want to get to 50,000 hearts by the end of the week. Hello from the Philippines. Just started your business. Hello. Very cool. Coastal woman. Hello. So give me some heart love as we're going through this. Like lots and lots, so we can hit that crazy cool goal. We're at about 16,000 now. I want to hit 50,000 by the end of the week, and I'm really excited. So thank you. Like I said, we're going to talk about sort of gearing up for your week and making the most of your week, so that you don't spend a lot of time wasting time figuring out what it is you're supposed to be doing. So for those of you who don't know who I am the Stacey Harris of thestaceyharris.com. I'm a social media consultant and coach. I teach things like Periscope and hangouts on air and podcasting and social media strategy and coming soon Instagram through programs and courses on my website. So if you go to thestaceyharris.com, you can learn all about me. I'm also a podcaster. I have a weekly web show. I put out 3 pieces of content minimum a week, not including guest posts. So I do a lot. And here's the thing. I actually work probably about 20 hours a week. I usually only work 3 or 4 hours a day. So I've built this business over the last 4 years. Yesterday was my 4-year entrepreneur anniversary. Where's my hearts, guys? I think they're actually over here for you guys, but and comments, keep your comments coming. This is all about you engaging and getting your questions. So if you have questions about this stuff, thoughts, share them here. Thank you for the hearts. Keep them coming. I just want to see this thing going like the whole show. Anyways, so I celebrated 4 years, and this was not always how my business was run. For a long time, my business was run over, thank you very much, Coast Woman. 4 years is crazy. My business for a long time was run at about 80 hours a week, and I never could get anything done. I had really inconsistent content. I had really inconsistent marketing. My growth on social networks and even my email list was completely stagnant because I was so inconsistent with getting things out. So doing things like what we're going to talk about this morning is really what changed the game. It's what got me from making some money and inconsistent money to retiring my husband this year. In January, we retired Charles, my husband, from his full-time job, and now he works with me full-time. So doing what we're going to talk about this morning is a absolute game changer in your business. So before we jump in, let me know how many of you guys have a weekly routine. Thank you, Girl Budget Life. It's been a big year. It's been amazing having you working with me. Let me know how many of you guys have a weekly routine where you check in with what it is that you need to do that week. And let me clarify, I'm not talking right now about any sort of client obligations. I'm not talking about the things you need to do for clients. I'm talking about treating your business and you like a client. What are the things you need to do for your business to make it better, to make it more effective, to make it actually run? Because a lot of us are maybe not in a place where we can outsource yet, or we're a little bit of a control freak. I've outsourced a lot more, of course, and Charles is with me now, but there are still things that I have to do. The way we have it set up, where Charles and I work together, and really when I bring anybody onto the team, they don't do any sort of client-facing, community-facing stuff. They don't. I do my social, I do my content, I do my programs, I engage in my communities. I do my emails. That for me is important because I want to connect with those people. That's what I love most about my business. So this is how we do this. And I'm actually going to show you a couple of the tools I run. And you guys are going to get a look at what my week looks like. First of all, we're going to talk about Asana. And this is something I actually am in every day. But at the beginning of the week, and in full disclosure, I try to do this Friday of the week before or Sunday night, so I'm not doing it Monday morning. I didn't do that this week, because it's how I roll sometimes. But Asana is something I'm in every day. This is my prayer. You guys can actually see what it looks like. And so that will tell you what I have going on today. I've got a couple of past due things that are going to be happening from the end of last week that are going to be happening today. And then I've got some program updates and some content creation. And this is, like I said, Asana. This is where a lot of us have project management software, but it's for our clients or it's sitting unused. So in Asana, each of my programs have a project. My social media has a project. My content has a project. Plus my clients have projects. But here's the thing is my clients' projects are held at the same priority that my projects are held at. Girl Budget Schedule said, when you are creating your courses, how do you manage content for the course and social media? So I manage both of them pretty simply because my social media system is pretty firmly put in place at this point. If you have a really solid, thank you for the hearts, keep them coming. If you have a really solid social media strategy, a plan, that content becomes much easier to execute because then you can build a really solid system that's going to keep working for you and you can keep putting in. Also, when you have a really solid grasp on your schedule and when things need to get done, you can plan that content. Thank you, Coastal Woman, for sharing. Yes, let's all follow Coastal Woman's lead and share. Thank you, Living Your Love, for sharing. When you have that content planned for social, it's easier to find time to do anything else. And so whenever I'm creating a course, like I said, they actually get projects in here. There is a part of my Asana, there it goes, that's called offerings, and then each of those programs have a schedule. That Hit the Mic offering is my one-on-one, which is actually wrapping up this year. I won't be doing any one-on-one in 2016. But outside of that, you see Social Pro, which is my signature program about strategies. You can see the 3 Rockstar guides that are out now, and then 2 Rockstar guides that are going to be coming. So you guys got a little sneak preview of that. But those get priority in my management system, and then they get the tasks broken down and scheduled. Girl Budget Life. So you pre-schedule your social media, then you pick times to engage. Exactly. So if you're brand new to me, you've never heard me talk about this, but I have something, and this is what I teach as well, called the Social Media Foundation. So this is how your social media, and this is going to be a whole other Periscope that I'll probably do again at some point because this is a huge thing for me, but it's a game changer, so pay attention. There's something called your Social Media Foundation, and this is what makes social media effective and not a total time suck. First of all, build that foundation. That foundation is the scheduled stuff that goes out. Go in once a week and schedule this part. That is your blog posts, your podcasts, your guest posts, your web show, your promos for webinars or for your free opt-in or for your programs or for your one-on-one services. This is the stuff that has to go out. This is the marketing messages. This is the stuff that keeps your business a business and not a really expensive hobby. That part is critical. So find once a week a chunk of time to schedule that part out. The second part is finding times to engage. And if you're having trouble doing that, I suggest going in and actually scheduling it. And what you're going to do is you're going to schedule chunks of time, and you're going to actually schedule a task for that chunk of time. So you're going to say for 15 minutes, and these are not huge chunks of time, 15, 20-minute chunks of time. For 15 minutes, I'm going to go into my private Facebook community that I run as part of my opt-in, which you can find at thestaceyharris.com/VIP, and I'm going to engage in that group. For 20 minutes, I'm going to do a Periscope. For 15 minutes here, I'm going to engage in some other groups and answer questions or engage on my page or post something live and engage on my page. That way, you could use it in all of those places. Sylvie McCracken says, I'm loving Adverb, but I wish I could use it for more than Facebook and Twitter. That is my problem with Edgar between you and me. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Keep them coming. Remember, 50,000. That's our goal. the lack of Google Plus and really even LinkedIn connection for me it's a deal breaker with Edgar. I think Edgar is a really cool idea, and honestly, there are other systems that do the same thing. If you're looking for something that is going to repurpose your old tweets, not repurpose them, but reshare old tweets, especially check out Social Oomph, which also schedules to Google Plus pages. Obviously, there's nothing super reliable that schedules with Google Plus profiles, which is why I primarily use my page for content. But yeah, that's a game changer for me. Yeah, Social Oomph will do that. Yeah, and it's actually less expensive than Edgar, which is kind of, although in full disclosure, it is not as attractive. And it doesn't have the ability to say, I want this kind of tweet to go out at this kind of time. You set up different groups and you'll figure it out. But yeah, we use Social Oomph for that, to sort of repurpose that old, because we have content that goes out all the time. That was so helpful, Stacey. Thank you. Do you have a course on what you just talked about? On the social media part, I do. It's actually in a wait list right now because we run it live, but it's going to be going evergreen the next time it runs live, which is going to be this fall. Probably in September it'll run live again. And apparently I can't type because I can't type in the page. Here it is. If you go to site.com, right up there, you can get on the wait list for this program by clicking right there. And then I have a ton of content around this as well. So once you're on the wait list, you'll get the opportunity to get added to my free community, and you can check out my list. But there's kind of the modules of what we go through in the program. But yeah, it's going to be a fantastic program. I just wrapped it, and I love it. It's my signature program. It's the biggest program I offer. We don't talk very much about networks. We really talk about the process of social media and strategies. I actually teach you how to do something that I currently charge about $3,500 to do for clients, which is build strategies, and that's starting depending on what they need. So I'm actually going to teach you how to do that. We talk about building. I mean, there's an entire module on the Social Media Foundation. So yeah, it's a huge. Oh wow, the garbage truck just came in. It scared the bejesus out of me. Yeah, it's a really cool program. It's the biggest, most amazing program I have. So yeah, check out socialproonline.com and get on the wait list. Cool. All right, so let's talk more about this morning routine and getting things done. So the other way I'm going to get things done outside of that is I am a pen and paper girl. Absolutely, without a doubt. So I also have something called the Day Designer. And this is where I keep my to-do list for sort of my focus for that day, and also my meetings. Because I'm big on being able to check things off, sort of say, yes, I did that. Okay, I still need to do those two things. And so here, you'll see again, these are the priorities for today. And this allows me to jot things down as I'm going through things and really dive in and be like, okay, this needs to happen as things come up. Girl Budget Life. Girl, I just did a Periscope on the new Day Designer for Target for college students. Oh, very cool. I didn't know they were doing a Day Designer for Target. Awesome. Yes, so I love that. It allows me to be really clear. The other way, in a bigger scheme, not for my week, that this helps, is this is also where I house my editorial calendar. So if you look at July, for example, you see I've got all my content and my webinars sort of written in there. That allows me to be really clear on what's happening when. I can go very quickly and say, hey, on July 14th, we're doing a Facebook groups free training at the Stacey Harris. So go to thestaceyharris.com/communitybuilding to join. It makes it really easy for me to access that information and share it with you guys. Thank you for the hearts. So that's the other way. What I'll do is I'll go through and we'll break that down for the week. And all of the things that maybe don't quite make it into my project management software, which I am trying to be better about all of the things making it into my project management software. But the little things that come up, like I need to be done at X time because we're going to the pool or because we're going to do something. So for me, that's really helpful, is having that on paper. But again, everything is housed essentially in my project management software and gets pulled there. because that's how I can connect with Charles and with anyone on the team that needs to be connected with to get things done. Top of the morning. Hello. So that's it. And that's what I'm going to do for the whole week is I'm going to sit down and I'm going to figure out what that looks like for the whole week so that each morning I come in and I just get things done. And when I do this on Friday, when I wrap up my day, or on Sunday evening before I get started, I'm able to just come in Monday morning and get this stuff done. Because the system has worked so well for me and because the system is so clear at this point, I literally got up about half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago, and awesome, Kalita, Coastal Woman, and welcome back. I was able to get up and decide, hey, I'm going to go in here and do a Periscope about this. The name of the software that I use for my project management is that's how you spell it. So I'm able to jump in and decide to do a Periscope, and this isn't taking any huge chunk of my day out. This is not time where I need to be like, okay, what am I supposed to be doing? I can do this really, really easily. Just come in, engage with you guys, and then get to work. I know exactly what I'm going to be doing next. I know exactly what I'm going to be doing the rest of the day. And the same is true, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays, I have calls because I batch my time, which is another way I manage to get everything done. So tomorrow, I know exactly where my calls start, when my calls end, and what I can work around it. And to be honest, I won't do a ton tomorrow. I will do a ton today because today's my work day. Because tomorrow is a call day, and I have calls booked back to back all morning, and all morning on Wednesday, and most of the morning on Thursday. So batch your time, be really clear on what you have going on in your business. And what your bigger goals are. I mean, in a larger sense, if you don't know what you want out of your business, it's really hard to do any of this because you're going to be pulled in a million directions. I know exactly where my business is going. I know exactly what my goals are for the month, for the quarter, for the year, for the next several years. I know exactly where I know what next year is going to look like right now because I have already figured out what this is. And so now it's easy for me to do the work to reach those goals because I know what those are. I have the clarity of knowing where I'm going. It's a lot easier to get there. All right, so that was a very twisty-turny Periscope, but I'm going to wrap it up so that I can get to work. I will be back on later. Over the next few days, you guys will see me going live probably 2 or 3 times a day. Also, you can find all the repurposed content, meaning recordings of past scopes that are not available, not all of them, but the best ones, over on youtube.com/hitthemic. And if you want to learn more about me and you want to learn more about how I work and what I do and how I manage social media specifically, check out thestaceyharris.com/VIP, and you can actually join the private VIP community, which there are actually 2 of them, one over on Facebook and one over. There's where you're going to go to join the VIP community, and that's what you'll see when you get there. But yeah, join us in there and you can get a lot of this information. And if you're brand new to scoping with me, be sure to hit the follow button so that you see when I go live next time. All right. Thank you so much for spending some time with me this morning. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being a part of the community. And I appreciate your hearts and your questions and your engagement. It is what makes Periscope such a good time. If you have any questions for me at any time, feel free to tweet them to me at the Stacey Harris. All right. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.